Vanguard says higher growth is on the horizon for the global economy, particularly the United States. The investment firm predicts the US economy will grow 2.5% next year. Investments this year in AI helped counteract the headwinds from those tariffs that Anna was talking about and a slowing labour market. Joe Davis is the global chief economist at Vanguard. It is the undercurrents that are so difficult to understand and the direction that they will ultimately take us. But as I read what you're saying, it's pretty solid for growth.
Yes, but I think you just really do a great job of underscoring those cross currents because that's where we sit. I mean, you were just mentioning tariffs and trade. You see that with sticky inflation even in the U.S. The uncertainty this year was a factor in a cooling labor market. Yeah, you have to balance that with the heady investment we're seeing in the AI space, and there's going to be missteps there too. But when we calculate all those cross currents, you start to see upside risks emerge, particularly in the back half of the year.
The phrase I tend to like is sort of Mohammed El-Arian's on AI, where he talks about a rational bubble. We sort of all know what he means, that AI is going to be a dominant force in production. It just may not be the bonanza in the time scale, at least in the time scale that the market would like it to be in.
Yes. Well, I think that's one of the ironies of if you're listening and you're an investor, the ironies of investing during a technology cycle is that you can actually have disappointment in the very sector that can lead to ultimately changes in the economy. We saw this with the computer and with the internet, transform the economy, but nevertheless, we had drawdowns for a time in the technology sector, and we see a risk there in the stock market. It's really the one part of the equity market that we're concerned about.
Okay, but I guess those of us who've got gains and don't want to see them go, but at the same time, it's the strategy that you deploy next year. And we're not worried about a total collapse of the market per se, but where do you think the best gains will be seen, both domestically in the market? Go ahead.
I think what we're really excited about, and we studied hard over all past tech cycles, and what the evidence is fairly clear, and that is whether you're bullish on AI or you're skeptical, it leads you to the same investment strategy, which is deploying new capital, new funds into areas outside of technology. If you're bullish on AI, it's because other companies outside of Silicon Valley will start to benefit from this. And of course, if you're skeptical and think it's gone too far or it'll disappoint, then you're defensive. So it's both a defensive and offensive strategy. You have to give it a little bit of time, but after the euphoria wears off, whether the AI transformed the economy or not, the investment implications are pretty clear.
What about other markets, developed and emerging? There's a view now that the best gains in 26 may be offshore of the United States. I mean, Europe obviously with defense stocks, but I'm thinking also about emerging markets.
Yes, and again, this is part of our thesis, and fair disclosure, we've been saying this for 2 or 3 years. There was always a technology angle to this and the spreading of transformative technologies. It will not just stay in one country. And now again, are we early on this thesis? We're going on 3 years. The past 2 years, the U.S. markets steadily outperformed. But when we look out, if you have 5 or 6 years ahead of you, you want to start deploying capital outside of the U.S. It's not pessimistic on the U.S. This is just how financial markets tend to work. And we're we have high conviction in this outlook.
Okay, that begs the question, your last answer begged the question, which countries?
Well, I think emerging markets, you mentioned it. I think there is where I would be first thinking about. There's headline risk with the tariffs. Your story just mentioned it. But there's an AI both producing with China and also consuming in parts of the market that really their prices were depressed with the tariff uncertainty. So that's where I would think about.
It's an interesting and optimistic forecast for next year. I'm grateful, sir. Thank you very much. Have a good Christmas yourselves. Very grateful. Thank you.
Thank you.